how to read your own palm. That is one of the most important question that always arises in your mind, right? Because maybe you are not expert in reading lines and the mounts, but still with the help of the video, seeing this video or other video, what you should observe and what should be the consideration should be taken, so that you can at least know what are the lines and what are the mounts is most important and what are the things that you have to read. So that's very important in the field of palmistry, to know and to read your own palm, and also you will be able to read your others palms seeing this video, and because that is a basic knowledge that you should acquire. Many people confuse with the fact that whether they should read their left or the right hand, and mostly it happens with the female person. It's because some of the videos or the scripture says that they should read their left hand, but it's not always like that. It is a little bit different concept. I'll discuss in this video how you should read your hand and what are the key consideration that you should take while reading your hand, so that you can get an accuracy almost near to 100%. Om Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Bhagavan Shri Satyasapaya Namaha, Om Suryaya Namaha, Om Shanishaya Namaha. Viewers, welcome to my YouTube family. My name is Astrologer Dr. Suvajit. If you have not subscribed to my channel, then I would request you to subscribe it and like the videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon coming videos. So while I proceed with this video that how to read your own palm, first of all, the main important thing that you need to observe, that your active hand, prominent hand or the dominant hand. The dominant hand means which is more active in your life. If you are a male person, generally it is considered that you should read your right hand, and for the female it should be left hand. But if the female person, suppose if you are female and you are a housewife, then definitely you should read your left hand. Then that means that is your active hand. There is a significance and story behind it and the mythology. I'm not going to discuss that, but I'm going to tell you the fact. Next, suppose if you are a working girl or a working lady, then that means that you need to see your right hand, because as you are doing something for your survival, for your career, for your finance, for your life, because you are independent of your work, and that represents your destiny, that makes your karma action in your life. So that the reason that you need to check your right hand in place of left hand. Suppose if you are a student and just studying your bachelor's or in a elementary school, then you have to see your left hand only. But when you go to job, then you need to check your right hand, which will make your destiny. Now again the question comes, suppose if your left hand is more active, you always use the left hand for all your works, writing, cooking, anything else, then there is a little bit confusion might create. Okay, then your left hand is the active hand, but still if you are working and doing something for your survival, for your life of your own, then you should observe right hand. So conclusion is that for female, prominent hand will be right hand if you are a working girl or working lady or working woman. For the man, generally its right hand is the active hand, prominent hand, but still you are working or not, you have to check your right hand. First of all, first thing, for some cases, very few cases, your right hand is not at all active, not at all much use in your life, then that time you have to check your left hand. But most of the cases I have seen till in the last 16 years when I am doing my palmistry and astrology things, as per my experience, 99% people, male people, means person, means whether a boy or man, the active hand is the right hand. So if you have any confusions during this right and the left hand, you can always comment me in the inbox and I will definitely answer you regarding this. Next, this is your right hand or left hand, because first of all you need to choose the active hand. This is the first thing that you have to do. Second, you have to check the major lines. What are the major lines that are responsible for our life? In my previous video also, I have explained regarding the major lines that you need to check. So I will discuss once again in a brief, in a very short, that what are the major lines. So you know that this is the heart line, okay, this is the mind line, as you know. I will use defined color so that it's very easy for you to detect, and this is the lifeline. These are the first three major lines that you need to check. Many people do a mistake while checking their palm, is that they generally directly go to the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn mount, Mercury mount, because these are the mounts that gives result, very fast result, and we can see before our eyes that these are giving the result because of certain lines that are present. Okay, I agree to that, that you always wants to know, that you are very curious to know that. I also sometimes you see my hand and very curious, okay, what are the new lines that has developed. It's very common, it's okay. But before you go to any other mounts like Sun mount for career, success, life, fame, wealth, for suppose for wealth generally, and leadership qualities, or for some respect, government job, you need to check your Sun and Jupiter mount. So at that time you need to check all that mounts. That's very correct, that's very true. But if your mind line, your headline is not good, or the heart line is not good, then you will have a emotional problem. If the heart line is not developed, if the heart line is not good, then you will not be very good in relationship, love. So the coordination between the loved ones, the feelings, communication will not be much better. So you need to check your heart line first to check, okay, what are the feelings, emotions that controls your mind. Next is the mind line, because for our creativity, for our logic, for our understanding of anything of the real world, and to implement that, and how to use your ability and capability to do a big thing, is very important that you need to check your headline. So this is also a major line, right? So if your headline is break, suppose if it's not good, suppose if you are having a similar line, or you are suppose I will give you an example. Suppose your headline is like this, that means that your headline is not prominent, right? So in place, although you might have a very good Sun line, Jupiter line, all mounts are good, but still if this mind line is not good, then life will not be very successful for you. Life will be very much stress, disturbed, illness, lots of mental issues, psychiatric issue can also happen, neurons problem can happen, so health issues, many types of things that can happen in your life because of this. So this is one of the most important, these two lines first, and next is the lifeline. So to see and to experience everything in the life, you also need a healthy life, because if you are prone to diseases, always you are ill, you have some chronic disease, then the money, success doesn't give anything, right? So that doesn't fall into any category, right? That time if you have money, you have illness, you will not be satisfied, you will always be stressed, you will always be in a tension that okay, why your health is not good. So health line is also equally important, as you know, this is the health line I told you. So, and also the long life, so whether you will having a long life or not, this lifeline says. So these are the most important lines, three major lines that you have to check before proceeding anything. And then you need to go to the Sun mount. I'll give you a brief introduction of the mounts that you should check. So suppose you are having all these three lines good, prominent, and hopefully I believe that you have a very good mind, head and lifeline, so that you have a long life, you have very good logic, and have a very good heart feelings for people and for yourself also. So these are the three things. Then after this, you generally needs to check your fate line, because the fate line says okay, that how much smoothness, how much flexibility you will have in your life. Without the fate line, flexibility never comes. Suppose I already told in many of my videos that if the fate line is not there, then what happens? Of course, Sun line should be there. Then without the fate line also you can survive and have a good life. That is true, that is 100% true, and that can be proved also. But coming to the video, generally most of the person in the life have a fate line. Maybe the fate line is starting from the middle of the palm or maybe from the wrist. So suppose we consider that the fate line starts from here and goes to the mount of Saturn, which is very good. So you need to check whether the fate line starting from the, whether it is from the mount of moon or from the wrist, from this is the wrist. So wherever it is, whether it is going to the mount of Saturn or whether it is going to the mount of Jupiter or whether it is going to the mount of Sun. So these are the things you have to check before you proceed to other step. Now, if your fate line is very good, that means the smoothness and the flexibility of in the life will always be good, and there will be no issue, no obstacles, very less obstacles will come, and whatever the obstacles will come, you will be able to overcome with very easily, with very ease, and you will not have much issues in the life. So that's the second thing that you check in your hand. Now you have to check your sun mount. As I told that as fate line serves as a Saturn line, also called a Saturn line, and sun line, which is responsible for our action, what we do, what we get success, how much success we will get, whether we will have a very good education or not, everything depends on the sun line. If the sun line is not good, if the sun line is not prominent, then there are lots of hard work you have to do. Although you might be doing hard work, but you will not get the desired result if the sun mount is not there. So as you know, this is the sun mount, and there should be sun line like this. Maybe it can be defined where it is formed. Still, if there is any sun line, that's quite good. And next, you have to check your Jupiter mount, because when you do lots of hard work, that means you need money. So you need to check very good signs. Suppose cross is very good. If cross is there, then also we get a very good married life, very good couple, and many other advantages are also there. I have discussed in many of my videos. And next, suppose star is there or any triangle is there. So these are the things, or many signs can be present. You can check my special signs video in the mount of Jupiter, then all the signs will be clear to you. Next, you need to check the Mercury, because whenever we want to have a communication with anyone, our communication depends and tells, okay, whether it will be passed or not. Suppose you went to somewhere and to sell something, and suppose in a business, then you are not in a good communication. So you are not able to convince the customer that, okay, these are the things of this product and these are the benefits and this is the price. Then the customer will not be satisfied and will not take the product. So that's the thing, and important, that your Mercury should be prominent. So this is the mount of Mercury. As you know, there can be many lines in the mount of Mercury like this. If these are the lines, that is a very said to be very good. It gives impressive qualities to you, leadership qualities, very good business, maybe star, triangle, or something else, something good signs are there in the mount of Mercury, then it's very auspicious. Still, if it is not there, then also if the Mercury mount is prominent and having at least a single vertical line, then also it is very good for your business. And next, you have to check the little finger. So whether the little finger is touching the first phalanges of the sun ring finger or not. As you know, this is the first phalanges of the sun ring finger. If it is below, then might be you are not as much confident as you should be. Maybe from inside you are confident, but you are not able to take a risk in your life to grow. So that's the thing that you have to observe, because sometimes it happens that if the little finger is below the first phalanges of the ring finger, I always see it's a positive. I never say it's negative, whether it's below or middle or above. Above is always excellent, means that you have a very good communication skill, you have a very good confidence in your life, you are a very successful in your business and or in a profession because of your own hard work or because of your own skills. So that's very good, that I can guarantee you that you must have and you will have if it is above the first phalanges of the ring finger. If it is middle, then okay, you will take a average risk. You will be confident. Maybe you get a little unsuccess in some types, but definitely things will be good for you and communication will be more than average. If it is below the first phalanges, what I am trying to say, that maybe you are very confident from inside because of the overdeveloped or the developed Mercury mount. That's why you will try to get into many things, but maybe sometimes you miss the things to implement and get the desired results. But that is not a problem actually. If your mount of Mercury is a good position, then whether the little finger is below, then it doesn't make more issue. So I think that's not a problem at all. So I think that's okay. Now if you want to go to foreign country, then you have to check the amount of moon. I already uploaded many of my videos of foreign travel, and maybe in the next week most probably I'll be uploading the foreign country, which are the country that you are going to travel and what are the good signs that are available in the amount of moon that you can check. And then for our happy married life, you need to check this mount. This is the mount of Venus. Venus is important for our luxury, comfort, happiness, relationship, and for our kids also, because the reproductive system controls this Venus mount. So that's it's very important. And suppose if you want to get a lottery, then of course the Sun, Jupiter, Rahu mount. As you know, this is the Rahu mount, and this Rahu mount is also very much responsible, because maybe some people say, okay, Rahu is negative. It's not like that. My personal case, my personal experience, that because of Rahu I am in this position, and I'm in a foreign country, and I'm having very good education in my life, and because of that I am able to survive. It's one of the reason of my success in my life, because of the Rahu. So Rahu is not always negative. I can guarantee you that if the Rahu is in a very good position in your hand or in your horoscope, and right now the Rahu position, what it is in the Taurus sign, Taurus moon sign, it will give a continuous very good growth, because you can see that the stock market is going very high right now. It's because the reason is that Rahu is very positive right now, and also some of the planets. So that's the reason. So this is the next 18 months is very good in terms of Rahu. So it's very good. So that's the reason that Rahu gives a very good positive results in terms of lottery, gambling. Although I am not encouraging you to play gambling, but lottery is okay, because the calculated risks you have to take it. But if the Rahu mount is good, that means that it gives a very good fast result that very few planets can give. Like a star in the mount of Sun gives a slow result, but it gives step by step. But Rahu gives direct 1 to 10. Maybe star in the mount of Sun takes 10 years, but in the mount of Rahu, good signs are there, then it will take only 1 year. So that's the difference. But Rahu is always a short term, that you have to be careful, because Rahu always gives an illusion, confusion, make you confused, make misunderstanding arguments with people. But that's why you have to be very dedicated and focused in your life, that what you want to achieve in your life. That will be a major role in your life that you will play. So I think I have described the hand, how you should go, how you should proceed to read your hand. So that will be very positive for you if you try to implement this in your life, and this is the procedure that you should follow. And if you have any confusion, specific questions, just this confusions of the video, then you are always welcome to comment in my inbox, YouTube inbox. Then definitely I will try to answer all the comments that I receive. Generally I always try to reply each and every one. Now if you want to have a paid consultation from me regarding any confusions or big confusions, or want to know about your life, then you are always welcome to contact me. Contact details are given in the description box. And I would request you once again to subscribe to my channel, like the videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you always get a future notification of my videos. Stay happy, stay fit. Thank you.